Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Agar IO. And on this episode, I am here with
Beelzebubble from Hydros Inc.
And
and
also to the moon here.
He's not playing with us anymore, guys. He's actually playing Left 4 Dead 2, checking it out. Looks great on his computer, but he's still a part of the call. So,
Yeah, so I'll be listening in, so don't worry.
so
all right.
what did you think of your first time on this game, Luna Moon? Like this was your first day playing, right?
Yeah, it's his first time. It's like I definitely don't want to get too addicted to it because if I get addicted, then I can't get no work done.
Guys,
Right.
I've been playing this game. Like the other day, started playing it at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, I'm gonna play a couple times. This is the first time I played it. I told myself I'm gonna play just a couple times just to see how it is. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, I started at 2 a.m. And when I looked up, it was 6 a.m. And it felt like maybe 2 or 3 minutes had gone by. So
Yeah.
watch out. This game will definitely grab a hold of you.
Yeah, I warned the viewers when I first started that it was that addictive, but one of them went ahead and put down in the comments, he was like, I saw you play the game, so I went ahead and checked it out because it looked fun. And he's like, it was like 5 in the morning before I got off, and I'm like, I warned you. It is very, very addictive. It doesn't look like it would be, but man, the time just flies by when you're on this game so quickly, faster than you would even imagine. It's that kind of like, it's almost like driving. Like you do it in your sleep almost, but it's very enjoyable. At least for me. Some people don't find driving enjoyable. I don't find it very entertaining when it's rush hour, but any other time it's actually nice and relaxing when you can go out into the country or something. So, holy crap! That guy, holy crap! That guy just fed me himself for no reason. Huh? Now we were actually talking about Wolverine versus the Incredible Hulk on the last one, right?
Yeah.
And what do you think of that one?
I had a what if. And in the what if, it was the Hulk killed the Wolverine. And in the comic book, Wolverine and the Hulk were fighting in Canada, like in the actual episodes. But if any of you know anything about comics, what if is not canon. It's just a what if. And in this what if episode, Wolverine and the Hulk were fighting, and Wolverine stabs the Hulk in the heart. And when the Hulk regenerated, when he came to, he was so enraged that he grabbed Wolverine up, adamantium skeleton and all, and broke him in half. And it killed the Wolverine instantly. No regeneration or anything. It just killed him right out. And then the Hulk went on and he rampaged across the face of the earth and killed 7 or maybe 8, maybe not that many, but more, he killed a bunch of more superheroes in the Marvel Universe. So he killed a lot of people before they finally calmed him down. And what's up, Alex Gamer?
But yeah, that sounds kind of interesting. You would think if you just
It
split
was a
Wolverine
great
in
comic.
half, you would
And I
just
had
get
the
2
full cover.
Wolverines. Right? Wouldn't that what happen? I mean, he regenerates so quickly. Why wouldn't you just get double the amount?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he does regenerate fast.
And then you would have like an entire army of Wolverines fighting the Hulk, and that fight could go on for generations. That would be just unstoppable. That would be like your little minions going off and like ants trying to. I saw this one '80s movie. Maybe you guys have seen it, where the ants actually invade a community, and at the end of the movie,
the big, yeah.
they're in a 2-story house, and you can see out the window, and the people in the yard are far enough away that the ants aren't bothering them. It's like the government or whatever, and they're trying to figure out how to get the 2 women who are in the house that are completely covered in ants, who have found a way to stay alive by breathing through like this little paper tube that they made. So there you are.
There you are, yeah.
So that they wouldn't, get them in their mouths and stuff, because the ants would only react when you reacted violently to them. So it was kind of interesting to watch something like that. It's kind of like what I'm thinking with the Wolverine thing, where it would be like just this army of ants that, by themselves. Oh crap!
Wow, he got us.
That guy is huge.
Now, have you ever seen this old black and white movie called Tarantula?
Tarantula sounds very familiar. What's that one about?
Yeah.
Besides the
I don't know,
obvious.
yeah, just the tarantulas eating a town full of people. And at the very end of the movie, the thing I remember the most about it was that the whole town was covered in spider webs, which I don't think tarantulas actually make spider webs. But, it's just an old silly movie. But now the thing that scared me the most when I was a kid there was a movie called Grizzly.
I don't think
And
I've
it's
seen that
exactly what it. Oh, it's exactly what you think it is, guys. I mean,
Bears?
this hunter, he shoots. Yeah, he shoots a grizzly. Doesn't kill it, just makes it go berserk, makes it go enraged, and it just starts killing people. And it's breaking people's. A grizzly, if it wanted to come in your house, guess what, guys? Unless you have steel frame doors in a steel frame house, the bear's coming into your house if it wants in bad enough. So
See,
and that's exactly what the.
That one's not as scary to me because, if a bear broke into your house,
scary
you just take the shotgun off the wall and shoot it. But if spiders
Well,
or
he did
ants,
that. He shot it. He shot it with the shotgun at the beginning of the movie, and all it did was piss it off.
yeah, but then you shoot
It
it
was
again
that
a
big
couple
of a
more
grizzly.
times and it dies. I mean, it's
Well, he didn't have
it's
the
not
time to-
stronger than a bullet. That's yeah, maybe it can take a few shots, but by the third or fourth house after it's been shot, 10 or 15 times, it's going down. Whereas ants are so small, you really can't fight them. Like nothing you can do. You use water, they float on the
Fire,
surface.
gasoline.
Yeah, but that burns everything else, including you. So, and then of course you run out of gasoline really quickly. And the ants are very patient. A lot of the time they just sit there and wait on the other side until the fire goes out. And there's so many of them. So,
As long as the ants are dying, I don't care if I'm dying with them. They're not going to eat my flesh.
well, no, they're going to eat it. They're just they're going to get a nice, tasty cooked meal out of it, basically. Something they're not accustomed to.
Pork chops.
Let's see.
I read somewhere that cannibals say that human flesh tastes like pork.
Why would you want to even talk about it? That's disgusting. I don't even want to know what that's supposed to taste like. Next time I eat pork, which is not going to be ever because I'm a vegan now, but that's all I would be thinking about is, this is what human flesh tastes like. You just ruined pork for like half the people watching this right now.
Bro, do you feel like pork chops later?
Yeah.
We're going with the pork chops, guys.
Yeah. You're like the doctors who get done like working on somebody's innards and be like, "Hey, you feel like spaghetti?"
And I used to do that, guys. I would watch the Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it was one of my favorite movies. But I would watch it and I would eat pizza.
How does that make you hungry? How can you eat when you do that? I can't eat when I do that. As it is, it's bad enough.
It never bothered me.
Like when
never bothered me.
There's a kick going on right now, and it's hard to criticize them for doing it because they're trying to do something nice or trying to do something good with their money, but it's disgusting, and I hate watching these commercials. It's for smoking, right? And they show all these horrible commercials of like these just horrible images of people in the worst situation.
Their face off.
Or like these weird ones where like aliens are coming out of the smoke and then like they look like little gremlins or something like that. Those aren't too bad. Those are more sci-fi than anything else. But the horrible ones with the disfigured ones, if I'm sitting down and I'm watching a television show and I just got off of work and I'm going to go ahead and eat something and I'm sitting down, I'm relaxing, and then this commercial comes on, I'm like, now I can't eat my freaking food because you just grossed me out.
You just pick part of your face off, yeah.
Right, and
that's not enough.
Right, and what did I do to deserve that? Like, I'm not the one they're targeting.
You smoked, dude. You smoked.
No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't understand. Like, they're not going after me. They're going after other people. I just happen to be the innocent victim who's watching that and has to suffer along with everybody else, I guess. And it's hard to say no.
I think they're going after the tobacco companies. But guess what, guys? Maybe less Americans are smoking, but you look at the rest of the world, the tobacco companies are going to be here for a very long time.
Oh, yeah, they're not going away.
Everybody in every other country is smoking down.
It's the same thing as Coke. I read an article the other day saying Coke's profits are down 25% in the United States, but that's all right because they're up like 125% in the rest of the world. They just left the United States when they said, oh, people over here aren't drinking our stuff because it's not healthy for us, or at least that's what studies are saying. I can't say it for sure because I'm not a doctor and I don't want to get sued. But, it's, in my opinion, I feel so much better not drinking sodas that I have no problem, staying away from them altogether.
I think maybe one soda a week, one soda maybe every other week or something like that.
Yeah, anything in moderation. Even bad things for you in
moderation,
moderation are still okay for you. But in general, their sales are down here, and because of that, is that you? Oh, that's not you. Because of that, they're going overseas. So it's the same thing with the tobacco companies. Where are you guys at?
I'm blue, and I've got about 285 points.
I got 432.
Where you at exactly?
I don't know where I'm at. I think I'm right in the middle somewhere.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, no. I'm dead now. Dang it. So I was watching a movie the other day. Maybe you guys have seen it, called Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
It's the one where he invents cold fusion.
Cold Fusion, and then they chase him around. The spies are like, "We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you because you got Cold Fusion, Kiana."
What did you think of that movie? Have you seen it?
I liked it. I liked it.
both
I
of you?
remember it. I remember. No, I don't think little brother's seen it. No. And he's got his headphones down. I guess he's tuning us out. He's playing Left 4 Dead 2, guys.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, you scum sucker, for abandoning us.
I didn't abandon
Scummy
you.
little
I'm still
brother.
here.
Oh yeah, he's having fun. He's shooting zombies in the face. Dang, that game looks good too. Have you downloaded any mods for it yet?
I'm going to here in a minute.
Oh yeah. See, that's what we wanted. I tried to buy it years ago, but I bought it from a second-hand shop, and it didn't have the CD key, so we never were able to put it on our computer because it's supposed to have all these new packs and stuff. And oh, Baku, why Baku?
But you're actually thinking about doing a Let's Play of that for the multiplayer, right?
Yeah, multiplayer, and we want to get you involved in that because guys, it's $4.99. If you like Left 4 Dead, Left 4 Dead 2 is $4.99 on Steam right now. And I hate to sound like a commercial for them because I'm not getting anything from that. But I mean, $4.99 for that good of a game.
Yeah.
If you got $4, guys, go get it.
Yeah, but Valve is definitely one of my favorite video game companies that support.
Yeah, Steam is great, man. Steam, they may not be the best, and they may have really crappy customer service because I've experienced it, and it is really bad. But the fact that you can buy a game that you love and that
it's
plays
yours forever.
Yeah, and it's yours forever, and no matter how many computers you own, you're always going to have it as long as you have your Steam account. $5 for a game that I love. Thank you, Steam. That's all I'm going to say for that. Thank you, Steam.
Yeah, I mean, I just hope it is going to last as long as you guys think it is. I've been around long enough to see game companies that I thought would always be here just disappear overnight or get bought by other people, and now those games aren't being supported anymore, which is okay because you can still go back and play them, whereas if you don't have Steam, a lot of the games you have will simply not work. You can't go back and play them anymore, and you will lose all your money on that. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of torn on it. I like the idea of it, but I would actually personally enjoy having something a little bit more simpler, something that's just a program that allows me to connect with my friends and let them know what game I'm on, allow them to join me on the game that I'm on through the program, kind of like Skype, but have it where it will list all the games that I have, just like Steam does, and has it where a friend can join you very easily and join into your game with just a click of a little button, but not actually provide the game, not actually host the game, so that in the end, it's up to the players to have the games on the computer, and then if the companies ever go out of business, that hosting service still works because they literally have nothing to do with the game, just making it easier for you. Basically, just be an app, that takes the place of Steam. Because it's not that I don't trust Steam to be around. I've seen it where they don't. I've seen big companies just disappear rather quickly, and it'd be really heartbreaking to have several $1,000 or something like that spent on Steam, and then 1 year, after they've died down for the last 4, 5, 6, 7 years in a row, and you've seen it coming for some time, you just know that, that's all going to be gone, and you're going to have to either buy it all over again. I like hard copies, to be honest. I like having the physical game in my hand, so hopefully if I ever get big enough and I start reviewing games, I can get that instead of the Steam key. The Steam key seems to be the common thing that game companies will send out, but I like to have the physical copy. I like to open it up. I like to feel it in my hand. I like to pull out the little booklet that comes with it and read the instructions and see the story that they put in there for you. I'm that old-fashioned kind of gamer who just grew up with that kind of thing.
Well, we actually have a hard copy for Left 4 Dead 2 at the house, don't we? And it didn't work.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can see where you're coming from, but I can also see problems with that. If you buy a game secondhand, you better make sure you have the proper CD key, guys, or you'll never get to use that either, and it'll just sit on your shelves like a lump.
Yeah, so, I don't buy too many modern games secondhand anymore. That's for sure.
Basically, we bought a lot of games from GameStop when they were selling PC games, but there was a secondhand store that sold. Basically, what they were is you could go in and you could rent a PlayStation for like $1 for like 30 minutes, $2 to $4 for like an hour. Something where you could go and play video games on really good Wi-Fi. They had really good Wi-Fi. That's why I went up there. But and they would have secondhand games. But I never thought that if you didn't have the proper CD key, you wouldn't be able to play the game. And so we got burnt on that game. But You know, I'm like you. I would rather have a hard copy too. But now I've had problems. Like I had a hard copy of Morrowind for a long time, and every time I tried to pay it on the new computer that I'd gotten, I mean that I had received. Jesus, why do I keep saying gotten? Why, bro? Why do I keep saying gotten? It's your fault.
No, that's your
But but anyway, yeah, it wouldn't work. It played too fast and it wouldn't save correctly. So and I've experienced that with a couple of games. So how do you get past that when Steam actually optimizes their games for your new computer and make sure that it plays correctly?
I think game
and
companies.
Do you really think Valve is going to go under, man? All they got to do is make a Half-Life 3, and they're going to make billions of dollars again.
Everybody always says that they're not going to go under until they do. I mean, no company's ever seen like they're going to do it, because if they were, they would have fixed it. They would have got out of it before it got to that point. So it's not something you would ever see coming. It's the same thing I see with like Coca-Cola. You know, nobody would see Coca-Cola collapsing, but one day it probably will. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think you get to a point where you're too big to fail, man. Like the government.
Everybody has their
the banking system, you know.
Yeah, like with Microsoft. Microsoft used to be seen as one of those companies that was just, it's going to be around forever. And after I've seen what they're doing with like Windows 10 and what they've done with Windows 8, I don't really see their days around very long. I think they're going to be bought up by somebody else at some point, or taken over by somebody else and kept the name, because the name recognition alone is worth something. But the company as a whole, I feel, is just you know, not what it once was, for sure.
So now, would you like to see these big corporations fail?
No, I don't want to see anybody fail, but I've seen it happen in the past, so I'm very aware that it does happen.
Do you think it would be better for the American economy if some of these big corporations did fail, and let the smaller businesses come back into the forefront like they were in the 90s and the early 2000s?
That's a hard question, because in the short term, it would be horrible for people because they would lose their jobs. In the long term, maybe, because it would open up new companies and new opportunities and new investment, and so maybe in the long run you get more jobs out of it. But I'm not an expert in the economy, so I couldn't even speak to you on what that.
I mean, if I had more education on the subject, if I knew more about, you know,
Right, but I think we're going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. Again, if you do enjoy these videos, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe. Definitely helps grow our channel. We also want to thank everybody who came out today. It's been a blast, and we loved
had a
it.
great time.
We do, again, apologize for any problems that some of you guys may have had trying to get into the server at the very beginning. Apparently, it has a limit, and I went ahead and linked it like a half an hour beforehand, thinking that, you know, you get in there early, and it just, I think, filled up really quickly. And so we moved over several times already, and I went ahead and posted those different servers, and hopefully you were able to get into one of them. I did recognize quite a few of your names, so that's been very, very cool. Although on this server right now, we've gotten a whole bunch of really, really horrible names on here, so we may end up going ahead and going to a different one here pretty soon. Again, guys, thanks for coming out, and if you want to say anything before we head out.
Guys, just have a great day. Thank you for being a part of the stream. All of y'all who came out, we really appreciate it, and have a great night.
Take it easy, guys.
Subscribe.